in brief, and let tonight's story calm your heart. Blossom and Lullabies, a tale of persistence. This story is about Blossom and Ladybug Lobelia, by filial friendship and persistence in overcoming challenges together. Once upon a time, in a land full of vibrant flowers and lush green fields, there lived a girl named Blossom. She had a kind heart and an unyielding spirit, always eager to help those around her. One morning, as the dew sparkled on the petals like diamonds, Blossom found a tiny ladybug in distress. The ladybug, whose name was Lobelia, had lost her way and was trapped in a spider-sized web. Without a moment's hesitation, Blossom carefully freed Lobelia, the delicate threads breaking under her gentle touch. "And thank you," Lobelia whispered, her voice as soft as the morning breeze. "I thought I would never escape." Blossom smiled, her eyes twinkling with genuine warmth. "Everyone needs a little help sometimes," she said. From that day on, Blossom and Lobelia became inseparable friends. They would explore the endless fields together, sharing stories and dreams. Lobelia, ever so grateful for her rescue, promised to help Blossom whenever she could. One sunny afternoon, tragedy struck, as a fierce storm began to brew on the horizon. The wind howled mercilessly, and the once beautiful fields seemed to turn against them. Blossom and Lobelia sought shelter in a nearby hollow tree, but they knew the storm's fury was imminent. As the storm reached its peak, Blossom saw a young sapling struggling to stay rooted. Driven by her persistent nature, she braved the storm to prop up the frail tree, using her own strength to shield it from the harsh winds. Lobelia, not one to break a promise, fluttered alongside Blossom, offering her tiny strength. Together, they battled the storm, determined to save the sapling. Rain pelted down, soaking them to the bone, yet they did not waver. Slowly but surely, the storm began to abate, the clouds parting to reveal a vivid rainbow that arched across the sky. Blossom and Lobelia, weary but triumphant, smiled at each other. The sapling, now secure, stood tall and proud. "We did it," Blossom said, her voice filled with relief. Lobelia landed on her shoulder, her tiny wings glistening in the sunlight. "Together," she replied, knowing that their bond and persistence had made them strong. From that day forward, the fields thrived even more, the flowers blooming brighter, and the grass growing greener. Blossom and Lobelia remained the best of friends, their story of persistence and unity becoming a legend that inspired others for generations. And so, in the heart of the land, where life was tenderly nurtured, they lived happily ever after. Our next tale awaits, calm and heartwarming. The Reflection of Friendship. This story is about the deep friendship between a human girl named Hannah and a dwarf named Camellia, and how their reflections in a lake reveal their shared love and kindness, despite their differences. Once upon a time, in a serene village, nestled between towering mountains and whispering forests, lived a girl named Hannah. Hannah had a pure heart and an adventurous spirit that often led her to explore the wilderness around her village. One day, while wandering near a crystal-clear lake, she stumbled upon a small creature. The creature was a dwarf named Camellia, who had been living in the forest for centuries. Camellia's eyes twinkled like stars, and she wore a gown made of the finest forest leaves. Fascinated by each other, they quickly became friends. Hannah and Camellia would meet by the lake every day, sharing stories and learning from one another. Hannah taught Camellia about human life, while Camellia revealed the secrets of the ancient forest. One evening, while the sun dipped below the horizon, they noticed their reflections in the lake. It was as if the water mirrored not only their faces, but their souls. They realized that despite their differences, their hearts were alike, filled with love and kindness. This realization deepened their bond. Anna created a small garden near the lake, planting flowers that bloomed all year round. Samelia would bring enchanted seeds and magical water from the forest, which made the garden even more beautiful. Villagers soon discovered the magical garden and marveled at its beauty, unaware of the friendship that nurtured it. Anna and Camelia's friendship stood as a testament to the fact that love and kindness transcend all boundaries. They learned that the reflection they saw was not just of themselves, but of the world. They wanted to create one of unity and peace. Every night, as Hannah drifted off to sleep, she would think of her friend Camelia and smile, knowing that their friendship was a reflection of everything good in the world. Let's continue with a peaceful, gentle tale. The Forgiving Friendship, Wisteria and Yuri. This story is about the heartwarming friendship between a girl named Wisteria and a bear named Yuri, who learned the importance of forgiveness together. On the edge of a quaint village near a dense forest lived a girl named Wisteria. She had kind eyes and a heart full of dreams. Every day, she would wander into the forest, exploring its secrets. One sunny afternoon, Wisteria stumbled upon a small cave she had never seen before. Summoning her courage, she decided to step inside. To her surprise, she found a cuddly bear named Yuri crying quietly. Yuri had a grand stature, but a gentle soul. A couple of days ago, Yuri had accidentally broken a hive, angering the bees and causing an uproar in the forest. The bees blamed Yuri and called him clumsy and destructive. Feeling ashamed, Yuri had secluded himself in the cave, away from the world. Wisteria sensed the sadness in Yuri's eyes and decided to befriend him. She assured Yuri that accidents happen and that it wasn't his fault. They spent the afternoon talking and sharing their stories. As days passed, their bond grew stronger. Wisteria would bring Yuri sweet treats and tell him about the village. Yuri, in return, would teach Wisteria about the mysteries of the forest and its hidden pathways. One day, the village faced a calamity. A wild storm had caused damages, and everyone needed help. Wisteria knew that Yuri's strength could make a significant difference. She convinced Yuri to come out and help the villagers. Yuri was hesitant at first, afraid they would still be angry. But Wisteria held his paw and promised that forgiveness was a powerful remedy. Gathering all his courage, Yuri emerged from the cave. The villagers were initially surprised, but soon welcomed Yuri's help when they saw his dedication. Yuri worked tirelessly, lifting fallen trees and repairing homes. Wisteria stood by his side, offering encouragement. By the end of the day, Yuri had earned admiration and gratitude from the villagers. Yuri realized that mistakes don't define one's worth, and that forgiveness is the key to moving forward. He thanked Wisteria for her unwavering faith and kindness. From then on, Yuri and Wisteria remained inseparable friends, their hearts forever intertwined by the bond of forgiveness. Here's another gentle tale to bring you comfort. Rose and Clover's Compromise. This story is about how a young girl named Rose and a kind-hearted troll named Clover form a deep friendship and learn the importance of compromise to protect their forest and create harmony with the villagers. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows, lived a young and curious girl named Rose. Rose had a heart full of wanderlust and an unquenchable thirst for adventure. She loved exploring the forests, playing by the streams, and climbing the ancient oaks that dotted the landscape. One fine morning, with the sun high in the sky and a gentle breeze whispering through the leaves, Rose decided to venture deeper into the forest than she had ever dared before. As she meandered through the thick woodland, She stumbled upon a hidden glade, bathed in golden sunlight, and filled with vibrant wildflowers. Peeking in the center of the glade was an unusual sight, a large, kind-hearted troll named Clover. Unlike the fearsome creatures from bedtime tales, Clover had a warm smile and eyes that twinkled with kindness. He was weaving a crown out of daisies and seemed entirely at peace. Rose, both nervous and intrigued, stepped closer and greeted him politely. Clover looked up, and with a voice as gentle as the rustling leaves, invited her to sit with him. They began to talk, and soon Rose learned that Clover was not only kind but also very wise. He spoke of the balance in nature, the importance of protecting the forest, and the harmony between all living things. Rose listened intently, soaking in every word. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Rose and Clover knew it was time to part ways. However, they promised to meet again soon in the same glade to share stories and learn from each other. Over the following weeks, Rose continued to visit Clover, and they developed a deep friendship. They played games, shared stories, and worked together to care for the forest. Rose introduced Clover to the concept of human traditions, like planting gardens and building tree houses, while Clover taught Rose the ancient ways of the forest spirits and the secrets of the flora and fauna. One day, they encountered a problem that tested their bond. The villagers had planned to cut down a portion of the forest to build new homes. Rose was caught between her love for the village and her commitment to the forest. She discussed the issue with Clover, who was understanding but worried for his home. Together, they devised a plan that would benefit both the villagers and the forest. They proposed creating a forest reserve that would protect the ancient trees while allowing the villagers to build homes along the edges. This compromise ensured that both the human and troll communities could thrive in harmony. The villagers, after much discussion and guidance from Rose, agreed to the plan. Clover and Rose worked tirelessly to mark out the reserve and educate the villagers about the importance of preserving the forest. Over time, the village and the forest became a model of coexistence, thanks to the friendship and compromise shared by Rose and Clover. As the years went by, Rose grew older, but never forgot the lessons she learned from Clover. The bond between humans and nature remained strong, and the village thrived amidst the enduring beauty of the forest. Rose and Clover's friendship became a cherished tale passed down for generations, a reminder that even the most unlikely friendships can create powerful and lasting change. Let tonight's story be a guide to restful sleep.